right, sorry, I'm back. Sorry you guys got four videos instead of three. Unfortunately, while I was explaining B, I got another coughing fit, so I figured I'd start over. Right, so here, let's start. And if you guys, I don't know if I could get through the challenges one without coughing, so maybe I'll try to go through it really, really quick. But if not, I'll give you guys the answer and then see if you guys can figure out the logic-based thinking to get the answer. Okay, so let's go ahead and start here. Let's go ahead and just start with our original blue, right? If P, then Q. So if Jessica is stung by a bee, right? If P, then Q. Um, then her face swells up. So we've established that P is Jessica stung by a bee, then her face swells up. So then Q, right? And this is a new statement here. So if, and actually, let's go ahead and, yeah, it doesn't really matter. Right? Now here, if Mark messes with the beehive, so Mark messing with the beehive is going to be a new letter. Let's say if R, then Jessica will be stung by a bee. And remember, Jessica being stung by a bee is P. So Jessica, if R, then P. Right? Cool. If we don't need to the hospital, so that's a brand new statement here, and let's go ahead and use that in red. If we don't need to go to the hospital, now here you might think that this is if let's say S, right? You might say this is if S, then Jessica's face didn't swell up, and Jessica's face swelling up is purple, right? But in this case, right, this is Jessica's face not swelling up. Jessica's face didn't swell up. So this one here, at least on the right side, then isn't Q. This is then not Q, right? Because her face didn't swell up. In the same way in red, this isn't we went to the hospital. This is if we don't need to go to the hospital. So this would be not S. So if we don't need to go to the hospital, so if not S, then not Q. Make sense? Cool. And from here, we can actually say the contrapositive is true, right? So let's go ahead and write that. Remember, opposite and flipped. Oh, and I forgot my little arrow here, right? So the contrapositive of this would be if Q, then S, right? So if Jessica's face swells up, then we need to go to the hospital. And now from here, we can use our chain rule, right? We know that, let's go ahead and use black here, and let's use that little simple method that I like to use because that's the way I've always thought of it. It's always helped me. If it doesn't help you, just ignore it, right? We have if A equals B and B, or sorry, and where is it? B, yeah, B equals C, then what do we know? That A equals C, right? So here our statement would be if P, then S, correct? So let's go ahead and write that statement, right? So if Jessica, and I should give her a capital letter, right? She's a human. If Jessica is stung by a bee, then the red one is, then we need to go to the hospital. We need to go to the hospital. And that would be a true statement, right? If Jessica is stung by a bee, we need to go to the hospital. And that's how I would get this one. Now, the challenge one, it's a little tough. If you guys want to try it, go ahead and try it. I'm not going to go over it, right? I don't think I can get through it without coughing, especially after talking for this much, right? So the answer here, therefore, if it is February, I'm worried, then in my house. So if you guys want to go through that and see if you can get to that statement, then go ahead and try it. But I don't think I can get through it. So thanks for sticking around, guys. I'll see you guys hopefully on Thursday.